Guys, welcome back to my channel. Okay, so in this video today I'm going to be showing you guys how to make pasteurized royal icing. Yes, you're going to be using raw egg whites, but not like raw egg whites that's been pasteurized basically. So I made a video that's kind of similar to this about 2 weeks ago, and several of you asked me how I make my royal icing without using and pasteurizing the egg white, so it won't be completely raw, so it doesn't give your customers salmonella and other stuff. Okay, so today, see how well it pipes. Yeah, it pipes beautifully and it has an amazing consistency. So I'm going to be showing you guys how I do that without making my egg white cook and everything, and I do it on a stove. So we're going to be doing that this evening. So if you want to see how that is done, keep watching and make sure you watch to the end, because I'm going to have a tip for you guys at the end of this video. Okay, so the first thing you are going to need is a pan. Yeah, and then you're going to be needing one egg white. Of course, you don't need a lot of egg white for this. Like, usually the royal icing, I use it to pipe letters and words in my cake decorating. So like, it is really easy and really nice. So the first thing you need is to take some hot water and then put your egg white in a bowl, and then whisk your egg white to beat some air into it, and then make sure there is some water in your pan. That way it's going to serve like a double boiler ish kind of. Okay, so if you notice, the bottom of my bowl is touching the pan, the water in the pan. So you want to make sure you're using a ceramic bowl, because it doesn't conduct it as faster as maybe if you're using plastic or maybe some other container. So use a ceramic bowl and put it in your pan with some water in it on very low heat. I said very low heat. This takes between maybe 5 to 10 minutes. So this is what you're going to be needing for this today. Okay, so guys, so your one egg white, you're going to take that and then measure in a quarter of a teaspoon of lemon juice, just a tiny bit amount of lemon juice, and 210 grams of icing sugar. I'm sorry, I kind of didn't film this part properly, because I realized when I was done filming that the part of where I was adding the icing sugar to my egg white wasn't really showing well. Like, it was on the end corner of the camera, so it wasn't really showing well. So I'm sorry guys. So you just want to make sure, basically what I did was I added 210 grams of icing sugar that I already sifted, and I'm stirring it right now so it doesn't so it won't have lumps, and at the same time egg whites won't start cooking. So you make sure your stove is on very low heat, whether you're using a gas stove or, I'm sorry, I'm obsessed with cleaning, like I do it without thinking, forgive me. Okay, so you want to make sure it's on very low heat, whether you're using gas or electric, whatever it is you're using. So, and you want to make sure you keep stirring your royal icing so it doesn't it doesn't cook. Okay, so you're going to be needing a thermometer for this. So what you want to make sure you get to is that when you add lemon juice to egg, what it does is it raises the point at which it cooks. Do you get? So the temperature you want to get to where all the the microorganisms and the bad stuff in your egg white is dead is between 54 to 60 degrees centigrade. Yeah, if you're using Fahrenheit, it's going to be different, so just put it on Google and convert it. But where we want to get to today is between 54 to 60. Between that, those two numbers are great, and your egg is already pasteurized. So the reason why you want to add royal icing to these and not do it to just raw egg is that the lemon juice and the icing sugar kind of makes it a little bit more stable, so it doesn't start to cook. So you want to make sure you're stirring it and you're paying attention, because it gets there really fast. And once it does, just take it off the heat. Yeah, I know it looks a little bit more liquidy. Yeah, I think at this point it's almost there. Yeah, let me see. Yes, now we are 41.5. It gets there pretty fast. So yeah, I know it looks a little bit more liquidy, but don't worry, you're going to leave it to cool down. Yeah, now it's at 62, so now we're going to take it off. So, and then we're going to keep it aside and cover it to cool down. Once it cools, it's going to get the consistency you want. You can't use it at this point because it is too watery, but don't worry, when it cools down, it is going to be thick and nice for piping. And this royal icing I'm making for you guys is perfect for piping letters on your cake, maybe in your fondant cakes or on your cream cakes. It is amazing, and it is the best. You can color it. Just make sure when you color, you don't add too much. You use gel food coloring so it doesn't change the consistency of your royal icing. So this is what we have, and I love this because I can use this. I think this lasts me about 2 weeks. I've never used it for more than 2 weeks because it will run out. And when I use it, I like to color different colors so that when I'm making my cakes, I don't have to be making different royal icing. I already have like black, red, and white just at hand for me to pipe on any cake depending on the color. Thank you guys so much for always watching my videos, and I will see you in my future videos. Bye.